What is it shall be torn off and held up, hanging, skin with a face in the folds of it, for judgment? Here's the skin of days in the one hand, drooping, the face running like ink and rain. The skin of days. Here's the skin of waiting, smell it, with that silly smile. Hands still on the long strips of skin, eye holes. Here is the skin of having been touched, where the fingers of others ran, stitch marks, bleeding, the soles of the feet red where the earth leaned on them, where it forced them to still it, where the fingers of others have been, rips, blood even though it's empty, rifts. The water's rising up for a look, the fire's ripped up to see shape begin, this foot then that fold, strips sewn back together, air bending down to see the sharp new line, where the inside begins to be sealed off, where the stitch work is tucked under, soil swaying up to see a wall of choices. Begin, an elbow, one mouth, the bat-winged angels hiding their faces but watching. The water's rising, the finishing beginning now, the garment which is closed, by which the open is enhanced, by which the open is freed. The air rises up, the fire burns further, the open, then the knot is pulled in, the outline, the judgment. Then he puts it down on the soil, the thing made of skins, its hands resting one on the earth, one on the thigh, the head back, the hum, can you hear it, beginning, and the thing still inside him, the girl, still there inside him, awake, wearing him tight all around her like this, him sealed, breathing, her inside his sleeping now, inside the minutes, inside them. Because the hole that opens in him is the edge of matter, the very edge, the sensation of there not being enough, that rip, and then the squinting to see what is out there, out of which the taut beast begins to grow rapidly, this sensation of lateness pulling up out of the sensation of there not being enough, as you up out of this now pull, rising up out of the gloom, like a name being called. Who knew we needed anyone? Once I watched at the kitchen window a long time into the early morning, into the late 20th century. I stood there. There was a hole in my head where the thing stepped in. The hole grew wider. Limbs on all sides pushed away from the center. Depth started to throb. The hole in my head ripped a bit wider. Now there were acrid smells, greens, degrees, something all around, stepping back, away. Love, pushing out into the watching brain. Everything changed. Stilled, I say, please, and then you are revealed. The shape took hold, stepped free, and yes, it was a poor land. Birds everywhere. Chatter in the upper branches.
You up, dude?
Well, I should have known he was.
Still is.
No, it's pretty.